Hello and welcome, live from Channels Television's global headquarters in Lagos, Nigeria. You're watching Newsroom series. I'm Dominic Iriu, and today our focus will be on the North Central. But before we get into that, let's have a snippet of our top stories making the rounds at the moment. Gunmen have launched a deadly attack on a mosque in Dadinkowa community in Meyama local government area of Kebbi State, killing 4 worshippers instantly and leaving several others injured. According to community sources, the assailants, said to be heavily armed, invaded the area and proceeded directly to the mosque where worshippers were gathered, opening fire indiscriminately and causing panic and casualties within the premises. The 4 victims reportedly died instantly from gunshot wounds, while others sustained varying degrees of injuries and were rushed to nearby medical facilities for urgent medical attention. As of the time of filing this report, the police has not released an official statement regarding the incident. We start off in Benue State, where a coalition of international organizations has called on the Nigerian government and subnationals to ensure community are able to live freely as a mark of public safety by addressing the causes of conflicts that see the drafting of military with guns into communities to forge a sense of safety. The program manager, Open Say Society Foundation, Louis Enlas, made the call in Makurdi during the launch of the Benue State People-Centered Public Safety Program, marking a major shift from conventional security approaches to a community-driven model aimed at restoring trust, strengthening collaboration to help communities and security forces work together towards peace.
Stakeholders in the ongoing security operations drawn from various security agencies, traditional rulers, government officials, civil society organizations and development partners converge on Makurdi, the Benue State capital, for the launch of Public Safety Program. The Benue State Deputy Governor, Mr. Sam Ode, arrives for the launch of the policy, which is aimed at creating synergy between security agencies and frontline communities to share information for early warning signs.
Benue State is the first state, the first.
One of the implementing partners begins discussion on how people-centered public safety policy works, using the Police Act on community policing as an example.
The Police Act is very instructive in saying that community policing committees should be set up at state levels, ward levels, local government levels, where communities can work together with security agencies, sharing information, knowledge, early warning signs and all of that. And that, when we put people at the center of it all, safety can be enhanced.
The Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of administration, while acknowledging government support in the area of logistics, says before his resignation, the former Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, approved 7 new formations and aerial support to flush out bandits in Benue State and its environs.
I'm glad to inform you that the Inspector General of Police has approved additional 2 area commands in the state, which includes Daudu Area Command and Naka Area Command, and also 5 additional divisional police offices have been established, particularly in places where we have some prevalent crisis. The Force Headquarters magnificently approved his request, where 2 helicopters were deployed to various states to conduct area and surveillance patrol in order to detect some of the spots where these criminals hide.
The team lead on the new public safety policy launch tasks the federal government and subnationals to de-emphasize military presence and guns in communities and instead work with locals to nip the threats before they manifest.
We're trying to differentiate between security, and I think I've heard a lot of you in the last few days talking about security as being more boots on the ground, more guns, more police, more intervention of the military in community affairs, whereas we see safety as being able to live without threats of crime and violence. And I think that everybody here has spoken very eloquently about the need for us to build trust between communities and security agencies in order to achieve that safety.
The state deputy governor, while representing Governor Hyacinth Alia, says the initiative is a defining moment in Benue's journey towards peace and stability.
We have learned that true security is not imposed. It is built, sustained, and owned by the people. Our initiative aligns with the Nigerian Police Act of 2020, affirming that effective public safety must be rooted in community participation, respect for human rights, and structured collaboration between citizens and security institutions.
The launch of Benue State Public Safety Policy, which has already been implemented in Guma and Katsina Ala, has been extended to Agatu, boosting grassroots trust and information sharing within the framework of community policing.
The Plateau State government has pledged support to families of indigents of Aten in Ganuwuru in Riyom local government area who lost their lives in recent attacks in Wuru and Nuku communities of Kwara State. The assurance came during a solemn prayer session organized by the Christian Association of Nigeria to honor the victims. 31 victims of Ganuwuru origin were among scores reportedly killed when gunmen attacked Wuru and nearby Nuku communities of Kwara State on February 9th. Many survivors have since returned home, grappling with loss and displacement. Condoling with the families, Plateau State's Deputy Governor Josephine Pio described the killings as tragic and pledged government support for affected households and survivors.
We are saddened and pained by what happened to our brothers and sisters from Ganuwuru at Wuru in Kwara State. It is a very devastating situation. It is very, very barbaric. These people are innocent human beings who were just doing their normal businesses, seeking what to eat, their daily bread, but their lives were cut short by some barbaric people, blood-sucking demons or evil people. We condemn this in totality.
31 members of this community were killed among the 200. Presently, 10 are still in the hands of the bandits who were kidnapped. So it's a very devastating moment for this community. Our appeal for government now, that the government is supposed to secure life and property. Our appeal is that those perpetrators of this evil should be fished out.
Still in Plateau State, tensions gripped parts of Jos following the killing of 4 businessmen traveling from Jos to Pankshin in what authorities describe as a reprisal attack. The incident, coming on the heels of earlier deadly attacks in Barikin Ladi and Riyom local government areas, raised fears of renewed violence. In response, the Jos North local government chairman and the Plateau State Commissioner of Police moved swiftly to restore calm and reassure residents. Our correspondent Percy the Bank reports.
The killing of 4 businessmen triggered anxiety in Jos Metropolis, particularly in Jos North local government area, an area with a history of communal tension. The attack was reportedly linked to earlier violence in Doria Babuje community of Barikin Ladi local government area and parts of Riyom local government area, where 10 people were said to have been killed by gunmen. To prevent a breakdown of law and order, the chairman of Jos North local government area convened an emergency stakeholder security meeting at the council secretariat.
We want to encourage and appeal on behalf of our communities in Jos North local government that the perpetrators of this act should be fished out. I want to thank the communities in Jos North local government for coming out together in a proactive way to ensure that this provocative act did not snowball into crisis in the local government.
Community leaders echoed similar concerns, warning that failure to punish perpetrators of violence often fuels anger and reprisal attacks.
Plead with the entire community of Jos North to remain calm.
You discover that people are killed, and the government needs to take our eyes off the situation. You discover that people are getting angry day and night. That is why, as of yesterday, there was a kind of reprisal attack on even innocent Nigerians.
Meanwhile, the Plateau State Commissioner of Police dismissed rumors of fresh killings in Jos, clarifying that only one person was injured in an early morning attack and has since been rescued.
What we have been doing in all this is, while showing a willingness to apply force where the need arises, we have also tried to dialogue with everybody. And what we have done is just tell them, gentlemen, you are all here rooting for trouble. If it comes, we won't know how it ends. So let us not just even allow it to start. And I'm glad to tell you, the elders in all these communities have been very, very helpful. As at this material moment that I talk to you, no place under this state that I know of is under attack.
The police say they are combining intensive patrols with dialogue, urging residents to remain law-abiding and avoid taking the law into their own hands.
With heightened security presence and continuous calls for calm, authorities say efforts are ongoing to prevent further escalation of violence and restore confidence among residents. But people here say lasting peace can only be achieved when justice is not only promised but seen to be done. From Terminus in Jos, Plateau State capital, Percy Gabang, Channels Television News.
To security issues, the Niger State Commandant of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps has announced a strict enforcement regime against the destruction of telecommunications infrastructure across the state, warning that damage to fiber optic cables now constitutes a criminal offense with severe legal consequences. Speaking during a press briefing at the command headquarters in Minna, the commandant disclosed that the Nigerian Communications Commission, in collaboration with the NSCDC, has adopted a zero-tolerance approach to the persistent destruction of fiber optic cables, particularly during road construction and excavation activities. According to him, the federal government's designation of telecommunications infrastructure as critical national information infrastructure under the CNII Order 2024 has elevated fiber optic cables to the status of protected national assets. Consequently, any unauthorized excavation, negligence, or deliberate damage is now treated as a criminal act.
Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Niger State Command, is issuing a firm warning to construction companies, engineering firms, contractors, miners, developers, and other excavation operators over the persistent damage to fiber optic cables and other critical national infrastructure across the Niger State. The directive follows instructions from the Office of the National Security Advisor, NSA, conveyed through the Commandant General of Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Professor Ahmed Abubakar Audi, MNI, OFR. Order 2024, telecommunication infrastructure, particularly fiber optic cable, has been officially designated as critical national assets, requiring maximum protection. To this end, a riot act was issued by the Commandant General on the protection of Sinai, that is critical national asset and infrastructure.
Now to politics. The All Progressives Congress in Kogi State has expressed confidence that the party will win all its elections in the forthcoming 2027 general election, describing the wards and local governments congresses as peaceful, seamless, and devoid of rancor. The state's chairman of the party, Mr. Abdullahi Bello, stated this while addressing journalists in Lokoja, the state's capital, on the outcome of the just concluded wards and local government area congresses of the party. He says the party has been well structured with strong foundation, commitment and internal democracy to challenge opposition political parties for victory.
The Congress has shown that APC is a well-structured party with a strong membership committed to our common affinity and unity of direction. The comportment and composure and the coordination displayed throughout the process were top-notch and worthy of commendation. As we move forward, we are confident that our party is poised to a greater height. We are ready to build on this momentum to consolidate our gains and work tirelessly towards retaining power and driving development in Kogi State and beyond.
Chairman of the Congress Committee, Lawa Yakawada, thanks the local organizing committee and other stakeholders for their support and cooperation in ensuring that the Congress was conducted under a peaceful atmosphere. He urged contestants who may not be satisfied with the outcome of the Congress to approach with the Peace and Reconciliation Committee of the party.
We want to extend our sincere appreciation to our party leadership for choosing us among millions to come and do this onerous and important assignment, for putting a local organizing committee that really facilitated our work, that made it very easy, and we had a very easy ride. It was rancor-free, one of the best I've been coming around, but one of the best in terms of peace, organization, and the outcome is excellently appreciated. That Peace and Reconciliation Committee has to continue the job, because in any setup like this, there must be an agreed party. He may not be able to talk for whatever reason, but talking to him will make him human, and he may change the approach and give best and maximum support to the party. The party is larger than individual, including the dollar man and even the governor. The party is supreme, and the supremacy of the party gave me the impetus to come from Kaduna and do this, and I'm living in peace and have been received in peace, and I'm happy for doing my job.
The National Inland Waterways Authority has affirmed its strategic repositioning to significantly sustain service delivery and contribute robustly to President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, particularly in advancing Nigeria's blue economy. This declaration follows the successful conclusion of a comprehensive two-day executive anti-corruption training and subsequent management retreat. Speaking to journalists at the authority's headquarters in Lokoja, the capital of Kogi State, the acting managing director of NIWA, Dr. Umar Girie, emphasized the pivotal outcomes of the events. He emphasized that the anti-corruption training, organized in collaboration with the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, focused on the art and practice of system integrity in public institutions. According to him, the initiative, coupled with a strategic management retreat held in conjunction with key stakeholders, aligned with the Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy and has provided NIWA with a refreshed mandate and clear direction. He explained that the executive training has deeply embedded principles of system integrity, transparency and accountability across NIWA's leadership and management, empowering staff to combat corruption and foster ethical conduct. He, however, assured that NIWA will utilize technology and partner with stakeholders to harness the full economic potential of Nigeria's inland waterways.
The essence of the program is collectively for us to review where NIWA is and where NIWA want to be. This is something that cannot be done by only management or board. So there has to be this collaboration between all the stakeholders. And that's what we were able to achieve. All of us, we sat under one room and, looked at where NIWA is and where NIWA wants to be. All of us, we are on board on that. So we were able to bring out all the issues, and we've tried them. And at the end of the day, there was a communique which all of us were going to use as a blueprint for our activities. There will be improved service delivery because, I mean, we've distilled down the communique down to each and every staff in the organization. So everybody understands what it takes to do things the right way. So we've passed it down, and we expect at the end of the day, Nigerians will be better for it. And the renewed hope of Mr. President will be carried without any stress.
The Police Service Commission has expressed concerns about the low turnout of applicants in several states as it unveiled the next phase of its plan to recruit 50,000 constables into the Nigeria Police Force. Addressing a news conference in Abuja, the chairman of the Police Service Commission Standing Committee on Police Affairs, Mr. Taiwo Lakano, however, laments the poor participation by some states, necessitating a 2-week extension. He adds that past tensions between the Police Service Commission and the Nigeria Police Force over recruitment will no longer reoccur, as a whistle-blowing policy has been in place to allow confidential reports of irregularities.
The application portal for recruitment into the Nigerian Police Force was officially closed on 8 February 2026 after an 8-week window. The portal was originally opened on 15 December 2025. I am pleased to present to you a summary of applications received. Total applications received was 616,873, general duty applicants 348,974, specialist applicants 85,630, total qualified for further screening 434,604, unqualified candidates or applicants 121,596, invalid submissions 60,673. In terms of gender distribution, male applicants 442,592, female applicants 114,640. These figures demonstrate the continued confidence of Nigerian youths in the Nigerian Police Force as a career of honor and service. However, I must speak candidly on the issue of state participation. At the early stage of this exercise, we observed wide disparities in application numbers across the Federation.
The senator representing Nasarawa West Senatorial District, Senator Ahmed Wadada Aliyu, has called on Nigerians to vote for President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 general elections. He spoke during the inauguration of members of the Miyetti Allah Kautau Socio-Cultural Association in Kokana local government area. He highlighted the reforms of the president regarding livestock development, as well as the special intervention on the Kefi Nasarawa Toto Abaji Road, which he noted should garner support for the president from the Fulani groups and the people of Nigeria. A call.
Whoever has the fear of God in Nasarawa State must, I said must not only support but cast his or her vote come 2027 for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, under his people's-oriented policies, created ministry for the first time for livestock, which of course will deepen and grow the development of livestock in Nigeria. And whoever does anything that will have to do or has got to do with the turning around the fortunes of livestock in Nigeria is turning around the lives of the Fulanis.
We are going to support Bola Ahmed Tinubu. To us, is a good person to us, more especially with the Fulani people. We are going to show our own solidarity and the support of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and any candidate that Engineer A.A. Sule that bringing out, more especially the person we need, is Wadada Aliyu.
'The The Plateau State government has flagged off the construction of strategic rural roads and a bridge across 5 local government areas in a move aimed at improving access and boosting agriculture for economic growth. The projects, which cut across 5 local government areas, are part of the state government's broader rural infrastructure expansion drive designed to connect remote communities, enhance security and stimulate economic activities at the grassroots. Our correspondent Percy Dabang reports.
Residents of Langtang North, Langtang South, Wase, Kanam, and Kenkia local government areas are beginning to feel the impact of renewed infrastructural development as the state government officially commenced multiple road and bridge projects across the zones. Representative of Governor Caleb Mutfang, Commissioner for Works Joshua Laven Gwanduma, leads top government officials, traditional rulers, and community leaders to flag up the project at different locations. These strategic infrastructure projects include the Mobudi Zamko Road in Langtang South, the Ngbagiwa Kogi Bridge in Langtang North, linking Langtang and Wase Dengi Road in Wase, and the Ampere Dengi Wase Road spanning Kanam and Kanke.
Today is a day of history where Langtang South has been forgotten. Today has witnessed a landmark achievement where construction of 32.3 kilometer road linking Mabudi and Zamko. The scope of this work consists of site clearance, earthwork, box culvert, concrete line drains, stone pitching, patching of potholes, pavement and surfacing of asphalt overlay.
We are one of those local governments that have shortfall of road infrastructure. We have water issues, we have healthcare issues, and you are visiting them one after the other. We truly appreciate it.
The projects are a fulfillment of campaign promises made to the people.
His Excellency has promised to construct Ampere Dengi Road. I told you that he has promised to construct Dengi Wase Road. This is a government that we are mindful of the vote of people. This is a government that when His Excellency speaks, be rest assured that you don't need to remind him, he will definitely stand by his words.
In Langtang North, the council chairman described the Ngbagiwa Kogi Bridge as a major connector that will open up economic and social activities across communities in Langtang and Wase.
The improvement of connectivity will adoptively boost local government, local agricultural activities, improve access to healthcare, and enhance the overall quality of life of people.
Community leaders across the benefiting areas welcome the project. They describe them as life-changing intervention expected to improve access, security, and livelihoods. Percy Dabang, Channels Television News.
And that's where we'll drop the Anchor on Newsroom series. I'm Dominic Iwi. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.